YouTube, how everybody doing? So, as you can tell from the title of this video, I clearly said that I'm not getting a PS5, and why, um, and everything. So this video is mostly for a bunch of my friends who are hardcore Sony fans, and why the problems I've been having with PlayStation. So, I just want to give a quick disclaimer that this video is not to bash the fans of the system and the people who make games for the system or anything. It's mostly just the few issues that I had and why I'm just not going to go buy one. I did tell my friends I will play it if someone else bought it, which I don't think no one's going to go right off the back to go buy me one. So, whatever. So, there are like 4 reasons why I don't want to get a PS4. I mean, a PS5, sorry. PS5, I'll go over reasons. Pretty much it's management. What's that one word? Management, maintenance, fan base, and games. So because of these reasons, oh, I got my speaker in the camera. Sorry. Because of these reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and just explain why. So we'll start with pretty much game selection. So I know Sony has a bunch of exclusive games, and a lot of them are some of them are fun, a lot of them are bad, but it's personal preference. But I can clearly state that Sony doesn't have like a lot of games that I want to support, and a lot of them are just like their exclusives are most of the time not even worth getting. And I know that might sound harsh, but let me explain why. Like I know they had that one Spider-Man game that came out for the PS4 where you had to like play as Peter Parker, not the one for the PS4, PS5, the one before it. I can't remember what it's called. But the problem I had with that game was they really brung it out for you to play, and for some whatever reason that it wasn't a complete game. You had to play it, beat a certain part, then you had to like go buy the DLC for it, and that was a pain in the butt because apparently the DLC wouldn't let you purchase the game unless you had the DLC in order. So pretty much, if you bought DLC 3, you couldn't play unless you had 1 and 2 beaten, which was dumb. And this is like a list of games that happens on with Sony, and I'm just these are all the big ones. I don't really play them a lot because I don't play like big games a lot because they're just interesting. I play what I think is fun, and that's it. But the next thing we're gonna do is pretty much the community on the PS5 on the PlayStation right now. So right now on the PS4, I play a bunch of games. And recently I had to delete a bunch of games that I've been playing because the Xbox version is just way better. I kid you not. And I wouldn't be having a problem with it if the community on the PlayStation Network wasn't complete trash, in my opinion. And if you're like a person who's like a casual player, I don't have a problem with you. I respect you. I like you like me. You just want to have fun. But if you're one of these competitive people that always have to be winning, 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 and you can't accept the loss, you probably should be playing online anyway. So you should really just go stop playing games. But the problem I have is like we'll take a game like we'll take games on Overwatch. I have been like I think in the past year because I deleted that game off my system of the PS4. I still got it for the Xbox. But like on the PS4, I got more hate, death threats, and like just people cussing me out that I don't take seriously. But it just it's not necessary. We're playing on quick play. It ain't a tournament event. Yeah, you want to throw a fit because I choose to be a damage or a healer instead of my usual tank. But you won't be mad because we're not winning or we're not doing good. Yeah, you all want to say, yeah, when I prove to you that my Xbox account is way better than my PlayStation, do you all get more mad because my Xbox is technically way better than your PlayStation? So it's just than your PlayStation, and it's just oh, people don't understand anything. They're just dumb. But so because of that, like I don't really deal with much of the community anymore. I prefer unless I know you or there's a way for me to mute the mic in multiplayer. I just don't pay attention to a lot of people. And when it comes to people playing games on it, I don't like. I watch people play, but I don't try to go like, oh, hop on all these bandwagons. Like I don't watch people who like make like will say something good about the system and everything. Also, people who like do like just bash Xbox because they have a hard time with that system and everything. And I clearly state that I think Xbox is better when it comes to at least learning the games and everything. But that's my personal opinion. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the maintenance of the PlayStation. So I don't know if you guys ever heard about these people who get banned from Sony's PlayStation Network because of like some stupid reason, like um banned for reporting something that they're trying to help Sony out with, banned for having a name that is deemed offensive for some stupid reason, people who get banned for saying something about their own family member, which was really stupid to me. But yeah. So when we like go with it, like so let's go back to Overwatch. Let's also play a couple other games. So pretty much PlayStation 3 was the reason I stopped playing Call of Duty. Because the PlayStation community was just complete angry. They were always mad and everything. Like people always wanted to do like, you gotta use a sniper. Like, dude, we're playing quick play. This ain't competitive. I ain't playing 1v1. I'm using the LMG, and people got mad about it. And if you take consideration, like, is a I'm not gonna play snipers because anyone who can tell you, I'm completely terrible with snipers. Okay, I tried sniper rifles um on Halo and I was still terrible. So for you to say that I should use a sniper in any tournament or any quick play game, you're just dumb. Okay, um people like there's actually people who are I think part of the Muslim beliefs and a couple other beliefs I can't remember. But there was a guy who had like a jihad. I think his name was like actually jihad something. That was his actual name. So and he wanted to, but Sony's you know how you apply for Sony's PlayStation, you gotta put your real name in there. So he puts his real name in it, puts a gamer tag that's not even remotely like reminiscent of Islam, and Sony said he couldn't use this account because he had an offensive real name. And even though he tried to explain to everyone that his name that was everyone at Sony that was his name, Sony wasn't paying attention, so he couldn't really play on PlayStation Network unless he gave like a fake name, which in his country, I think if you do that, you get more problems. So it was a complete waste of time. Also, this is another story that I learned about when it came to PlayStation's maintenance. Um, so I don't know if you guys remember the game Watch Dogs when it first came out, but there was a glitch only in the PlayStation version that if you were to kill like a character and she died a certain way in the game, if you killed her, like her skirt would have fallen off, and you had a detailed picture of a woman's, I guess, sex organ is the best words I can put it. And the first guy to report that really got banned from Sony because he reported an issue that he believed should have been addressed, but Sony didn't care. They were like, "Thank you, you're banned," and it's just stupid. Which another problem with like the whole community, like with maintenance. Okay, put it like this: you be one of these hardcore Sony fans. Okay, that's cool. You prefer what you want, but when you keep telling me that, why I keep asking like, why do these characters like these issues keep coming up? You're like, well, these companies are mostly focused on um like let's say games like cross platform. So Overwatch comes on 4 different platforms. Fortnite comes on 4 different platforms. Okay, why are you telling me that when Fortnite is cross-platformed, you can actually play on people on other systems? I never have an issue. I die the same way I die on any system. But if you use the same logic on games like Overwatch, okay? Apparently, Overwatch on PlayStation is apparently the worst version. I know people in competitive teams who actually say the same thing. And let me explain why. So, I remember when Sigma first came out. Sigma had his little bit where you grab, like, you can take anything shot at you and turn it into armor. That was an ability Sigma had. Now in the Xbox version, if someone was like on a platform as Widowmaker and you have people on the ground, if you put the ball in between them, it would absorb both anything Widowmaker shot at you and anything at the ground in front of you. That's how that would have worked. In a PlayStation version, that was never a thing. Every time you would have done this and you were putting in between, Widowmakers always seems to fucking drop you, and it always irritated me. Also, if you one of these people clearly state that, well, Sony runs on a different internet system, um, and like these people and blah blah blah, like give these women. Let's make one thing. They gave Sony gave them the data to work on these games on their system. So if you're telling me that they program it for this, but not for this, then that is technically a false narrative. Okay, they have to give them the game engine for their online capability, or they won't work. So anyone who says that, well, if it's not built for Pacific Sony, it's garbage, that's complete BS. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that now. That's BS. That's not even a valid argument to me. You can't even say that to me. Okay, and we'll take insertion. Now we're just going to talk about corporate Japan, like Sony Japan. Sony Japan always wants to say like we have the good system. Think of all the times Sony actually just screws people over. Okay, so go back to the BS period when they had that great system hacked. That shut the server down for like 2 weeks, I think. People were upset. They couldn't do it. They made a strong system. The problem was what you failed to understand was, and I actually researched this. It was way worse for Sony worldwide than it was on the news and everything. Okay, there's actually governments in certain countries. I think U.S. was one of them that wanted Sony to be shut down because they couldn't properly maintain their BS. And that was the actual thing. And you look at today, it's still an issue. Like, I still have problems with me playing games on PS4. Like, there's a game out there for a game series I like to play called the Neptunian series. Now, as of me making this video, they announced that there's one coming for the PS4 and PS5. Okay? The problem I have is, they came out with what was called like the Four Goddesses Online Cyber Dimension Neptunia. That was the only game where you can actually play with your friends on the internet. Okay, that was the only one that had like an online feature. That game came out, I think, in like 2018 or 2017, maybe 16 at best. But there was an issue when that game came out that was supposed to be like, oh, you can play online. Well, half the time your game would not recognize your friend, and even if your friend had a code that he sent you, like, hey, go to this room and enter this code, it will not accept it. It will not accept it, even though that's what you did, and that was a constant issue. But yet, and then we got fixed, so I stopped playing it. And I think like a few weeks ago, sometime last year, actually, I was trying to play with a friend because I got it for me and everything, and it still was an issue. I can never get it fixed. Now, like I say, last year Sony also the people that make the game and Sony supposedly broke up, so they weren't supposed to be doing anything to it. So you tell me you guys had this game out for at least a max of 3 years. You guys had one falling out, stop working with each other, but yet you can never fix the stupid problem of joining your friends for a game. You can never figure this out. So this is the reason I just can't do it. Also, you take who I play with on PlayStation 5 now, on PS4 right now. I have my one friend. We play Fortnite Save the World because we're sick of playing other people because people want to get mad at us for no good reason, or we just feel like the game is just not properly maintained. I have one friend I play fighting games with, and a couple other friends to interact with, and I have my brother. Okay, so apparently, if you look at my PlayStation network, I think I have like maybe 5 people on there that I stay in contact with on a daily basis. Okay, but now look at everyone else. I have a friend that when I got my PS4, he was the first one I invited. I sent an invite to as a friend. Everything. He was supposed to help me with fighting games. We were supposed to be playing fighting games together. He never played me. Now for that one time, I beat him in a video game. He don't talk to me no more on PlayStation. He doesn't interact with me no more on PlayStation. I send him messages every day. I don't get no replies from this guy. I am tempted at this point just to delete him off my account because he's not talking to me no more. And I see him in real life. He's like, "Oh well, I've been busy." Like, dude, you don't have a job. You paid like a government program just to take care of your grandfather and your father who were vets in the army. You get paid to do that, yet you can't play a video game when I see you online. Okay, BS. I also see like some of my friends who I play like other games with, like a couple of RPGs and everything. They constantly want to tell me that, oh, we can play whenever you want, but yet when I tell like, hey, you want to get on now? They're like, oh, maybe later. Or I have people on there that I know in real life. I send them a message like, hey, you want to play? And I don't give them a reply for like weeks or months later of the question I asked like a couple weeks ago, like that time ago. So overall, man, like Sony and people who support the system, if you guys want to tell me this is the best game out, this is the best system, start proving it to me, because at this point, I am severely disappointed in what I'm seeing from the Sonys. From Sony's PS4, the community, people just want to get mad at me for no good reason. So until this is all fixed, I'm not wasting my money on a PS5. I'm not going to pay for it. I'll go buy games for it, but I need someone to give me the system first, because I don't buy games for a system unless I get the system. So until this issue is fixed, I'm not dealing with it. Sony's systems are bad to me. The community they have is bad to me. I'm willing to play with people for fun, but if someone's going to tell me to play competitive, I'm going to tell you just to take your sorry butt somewhere else. And I'm sorry that I had to do this. I hope you enjoy it. Please understand, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.